If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 6% off at checkout. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this video. What's up guys, it's Fifa Chief here, and today we have for you a full guide on how to trade with icons on FIFA 22. Now there's a lot of different ways to trade with icons on FIFA and a lot of different budgets for it. You can use this when you have 200k, you can use this when you have 50 million coins. There's so many ways to do this at different price ranges, different times to do it, different methods, and we're going to go over everything for you right now. So jumping into basically our simplest method out of everything here is going to be icon bidding. So this is the simplest method because first of all, the filter, all you're going to do is you're going to go quality icon, and then you're going to set your max bid price to however many coins you have. For me right now, it's 1.8 million coins. And basically you're just going to search and you're just going to flick through here and look for deals. Now, deals are basically just going to be any card that has a bid that's lower than what they sell for on the market. And typically you're just going to find that with cards that already have a bid on them, because this bird camp, I'm guessing, goes for more than 80,000 coins if someone is bidding 80,000. So when you come across a card that has a bid on it already, you're going to go ahead and you're going to jump over to Footbin here. So when you get to Footbin here, basically you find the card that you're looking for. For example, we were looking at the 87 Bergkamp there, and we want to find out his price to see what he can sell at and what we would want to buy him for to make some coins off of him. So this Bergkamp right now is going for about 95, 97,000 coins. But when you're checking the prices of icons, what you want to do is, instead of looking at this price, you want to go right below here and click the market sales history. And what this will do is basically it will just show you exactly what cards have sold for recently. Oh, did not mean to click that. So if we just scroll here through here, this bird camp typically sells for around 95 to 100k, it looks like, is kind of the range he sells in, maybe 93, 94k at different times. But it's anywhere, you could probably sell this averaging out at about 96,000 coins. So you get back to the game and you try to go find that bird camp. Now again, I didn't bid on it, so oh, there he was. So that bird camp there was actually a great example. He is still getting bid on here. I know I can sell this card for about 95,000 coins here. So what I need to take into account though is EA tax. EA tax is 5%. So let's say I sell this guy for 95,000 coins. I am going to lose, what is that, like 4,750 coins. So I would want to pick this guy up for like 87k or less, and I'm going to try to sell him for like 96k, I want to say. Let's say I try to pick him up for, let's go 88 as our last bid, and we'll try to sell him 97 here. But that is basically it for this method. You're literally just going to sit there, look for deals, which are typically, again, the cards that already have bids on them. Go to the Footbin market sales history and see if you can make profit on these cards. Now, typically with these icons, what I like to do is try to make at least 5,000 coins. Now, it depends how expensive the icon is. If it's someone like that bird camp, I have no problem taking like 3,000 coins profit for them. But if I'm going on a card that's like 500k, I'd like to make a lot more. Now, this Hernandez card here sells for about 290,000 coins. So this is something that is a really, really good deal right now. And just to show you, right now he's about 290. But again, I want to check the market sales history. Typically, there's times where he's going 275, 270. There's a 299 there, 285, 295. It looks like I could sell him 295 at some point, maybe even 300 if we get a bit lucky. So that's something to keep an eye on. So once you find your price you're selling at, again, I want to say 295, I would lose about 15k on tax. So I'd like to pick this guy up for about 275 or less is what I'm saying here if I'm selling for 295. So gonna go ahead, bid 275 here. Now, this type of method, as that's kind of the entire method explained, and I kind of want to just give some other pointers on it. This type of method is a lot better late at night. And when I mean late at night, I don't mean like 10, 11 p.m. UK. I mean like 10 p.m. Eastern. Wow, we actually got that bird camp. That's big time, actually. Let's check the market just to make sure they're what the prices are looking at right now. But basically, when I say late at night, I mean like 11 p.m. Eastern time, which is like 4 a.m. UK. This method is unbelievable at those times because there's just not many cards on the market and not many people on the market. So I find it a lot easier to pick these up. Now, you may have seen there were a couple bird camps for cheaper there, but these icons, as long as you're just listing them up, I usually list them for like 6 or 12 hours. They will sell. This is the thing with icon trading in general is these cards typically take time to sell and you just need to give it time. Wow, we get a Hernandez there as well. 87 rated. Let's go take a look at him. We'll be able to make profit on him for sure. So if we go look at Hernandez here, we got him for 270. I'm guessing the cheapest right now is 290. If we take a look here, couple getting listed up there for 290. And again, I'm going to list mine 295 here and try to flip him for that. Yeah, we'll be able to sell him. He's a little bit position changed as well and has a Hunter Chem style. So I think we'll be able to sell this card and make over 5,000 coins on this. So this is kind of the very simple bidding method. And again, I'm getting some great deals here and it's not even late at night. I am on, it's about an hour before content drops and I'm doing this. Now, another thing to take into account, you got to take into account tax. It takes time to sell. And that this is more difficult during the day. It's great at night. The next thing is that fresh cards always go for more. And what that means is like Luis Hernandez here, if we were to find one that was, for example, has a number of owners of 1 and doesn't have any games played, basically cards that don't have any games played on them, especially attackers, go for more because people like to have what's called fresh attackers. So if you do see one like that, then it's going to be worth maybe spending a little bit more on that card to try to pick him up. For example, this one here has no games played, no goals, no assists, everything like that you can see there. And this card would go a little bit more than the typical selling price. I would probably be able to sell him 300k. And typically the cards that are position change or have good chem styles on them are going to go for a little bit more as well. So that is kind of like a quick overview of the bidding method. We actually got a couple deals, which I was very surprised by. And again, these will take time to sell, but very, very happy with picking those 2 deals up. And let's go ahead and let's move into our next method. Boys, before we go any further, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications for more daily trading videos. And let's go ahead and get right back into the action. All right, guys, so into our next method, what we're going to be looking at is icon sniping, or 59th minute sniping is what a lot of people call it here. So basically what this is you're going to set up an icon filter. You're going to scroll to the 59th minute, look for deals. If there's not a deal, basically you just refresh the filter and go again. So how do you set up a filter? Basically, it depends on how many coins you have. The more expensive you can make the filter, the better. And the reason for that being is these more expensive icons, less people can afford to buy them. So there's going to be less trading with them and easier to pick them up, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set my max buy now to about 1.4 mil. And then I want to mess around with my minimum buy now until I can scroll to the 59th minute very quickly. Now for me, that was quite quick. So what I'm going to do is you scroll to the 59th minute, and the big thing with the method like this is knowing icon prices. Knowing icon prices is absolutely massive because with icon sniping, you have to be super, super quick. And typically you're not going to have time to look cards up on Footbin. So knowing these prices is going to give you a massive advantage, and you're going to be able to make a lot more coins if you know them. Because, I'd scroll to the 59th minute here. Bada bing, bada boom. I would see this hole, and if I have to go to Footbin, search up his price, someone that's doing the exact same method as me that knows his price can just buy him if they know it's a good deal, and they'll beat me to it. So the big thing is you need to know the prices with icon sniping. Now, the easiest way to learn prices is like this. You basically work in really small price ranges, like 1.2 to 1.4 mil for me. And basically you learn the icons that are kind of in that price range. And then after you've kind of memorized all those, then you would kind of expand outward. Maybe you go like 1.1 to 1.5 mil and slowly just expand your filter outward, learning a small amount and then learning even more. So typically when you're doing this, you just want to set your maximum buy now to the amount of coins you have, like I mentioned. Like if I had 400K, I'd set it to 400K, and then I'd mess around with my minimum buy now until it was like relatively quick for me to get to the 59th minute. Because basically with icons, there's always going to be like quite a few cards that are listed up with more than an hour until they expire. So you can't do the compare price method if you know what that is. It's not really relevant here. But what you have to do is you have to search, scroll to the 59th minute, see if there's a deal, and then come back out here, refresh, and then search again so that you can see good deals. Now, this method is always a lot better either on the companion app or the web app because it's a lot easier to spam click to the 59th minute and see if there's any deals. And like I mentioned, this is a lot easier as well on a higher budget because you could see up at this like 1.4, 1.1 to 1.4 mil area, there's a lot less cards. So you can have a wider range of price and get to the 59th minute much, much quicker, as you can see here. So having more coins is definitely recommended for a method like this. And you can see there's still, even at this high price range, a lot of cards still getting listed up. If I go to Footbin and look at this Eto, he's about 1,080,000. That's not a deal. And if we look at this Cannavaro, a 92 rate, that's a prime Cannavaro. He is, wow, that could actually be quite a good deal if we take a look. One sold for 1.35, one sold for 1.3. Dude, I might actually pick this card up here and try to sell him 1.3. I think I'm going to try to do it, but I need some coins to do my other videos. If I wasn't making a video right now, I would pick up this Cannavaro with a shadow, list them for 1.3, lose 65K on I mean, even if I list them for 1.27, let me take a look here. 1,270,000 times 0.95. We are looking at still making 1.2 million and 6,500 coins. I think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna take it, boys. I think I found a great deal. I think I found a great deal, honestly, live on video here. That is an absolute steal, if you ask me. Now, there's a couple listed up for a bit cheaper there, but at some point, this guy is going to sell, which is why you check the market sales history and not the cards that are currently on the market. So I'm going to list this guy up for 1.27 here is what I think I'm going to do. And I'm going to make about 16.5K after tax there. And again, this is why you don't just check the straight up price and you check the market sales history. Because if I look here, you saw in the market, there was one for 1.2 mil. There's this one for 1.25. But if I go to the market sales history, one sold for 1.275 literally an hour ago. And one sold for 1.335 earlier this morning. So, I mean, I'm listing 65K under what one sold for this morning. Like they were selling above 1.3 literally today, less than 12 hours ago. So this is why you kind of look at the market sales history rather than looking at what they're going for on the market right now, because he's going to have his ups and downs. So I think we honestly just found an amazing deal there. So that only leaves me with 238K left now. But I'm very, very happy with being able to find a deal like that to show you guys. That's very exciting. Now, I might honestly just end the video at some point. I'm tempted to wait for these guys to sell and come back, but we're gonna go ahead and get on to our third method for you guys because that is icon sniping, scrolling to the 59th minute, finding the cards, looking at that market sales history, and seeing if you can make some coins off of it. And again, just like with the bidding method, as mentioned at the end, the fresh icon attackers are always going to go for more. So if you're looking at a forward and he sells and he's like a fresh card, like I mentioned before, See, that card has games played. If you can find a fresh card, that is going to be a great, great deal. This Blanc here, I'd be interested to see what he expires for. But very, very happy with those deals we just picked up. Hopefully, those are going to sell at some point soon here. And we're going to go ahead and get into our third method here. All right, guys, so into our third method for this icon trading video is something we've been mentioning throughout the video, but actually kind of has its own method in its own, is going to be trading with fresh icons. So fresh icons, again, are like if you go to a player in your club, if we go take a look here at Iago Aspas. So he has 0 games played, 0 goals, 0 assists, all that. That is a fresh card because it has just nothing on it. It basically, for tradable cards, for big cards like an icon, people are willing to pay more for a fresh icon, specifically attackers, because they like it to be easy to kind of like track their players' stats, basically. So if I could find one here, that would be awesome. I mean, it'd be easier if I just bumped this price range up a bunch. We could definitely find a fresh one here. So to show you a fresh icon, here is a fresh icon. He got 1 owner, 0 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Now, it is a Cannavaro. People are less interested in like defenders and midfielders being fresh as they are attackers. Fresh attackers are going to always go for more than an attacker that isn't fresh. For example, if this person played 0 games with this Bergkamp, scored 0 goals, all that stuff, and just listed him up, he would sell more than for what they're selling him for now because people are willing to pay more for those fresh icons. So how can we use this to trade is basically on promo Fridays when new promos come and a ton of packs get released in the store, basically icons see a more supply than usual because there's a lot of packs getting opened, and some panic because people are trying to sell their icons to, get new cards or something. These brand new cards that are in the game, get packs, anything like that. So icons typically drop on Friday and Saturday with a new promo, and we also get a bunch of supply of fresh icons because every card out of the pack is a fresh card. So what you do is when these new promos pop and they drop lightning rounds in the store, basically what you'll do is you'll just go pick a price range to pick cards up at. Maybe I'll just go like 1.1 to 800K. You scroll to the 59th minute and you try it up for the first hour of a lightning round, snipe fresh icon attackers. And for the hour after, you're gonna bid on fresh icon attackers because the first hour when a lightning round is out, that's when the cards are actually getting listed up so you can snipe them. But the hour after is when those cards that were listed up that were maybe listed too expensive are starting to expire. So you want to bid on them because they'll be closer to expiring. So that's just like a great, great time to pick up fresh icons because you have the combination of a ton of fresh icons getting listed on the market because of all the packs in the store, and icons in general drop in price due to panic and all the supply as well, and then they just see a normal rise right after. It typically happens with cards is you'll just see a panic right at the beginning and then they'll rebound as we get a little bit further into that promo. So those fresh cards are great to deal with. Again, fresh icon attackers are what you're going to be looking at. And I completely forgot something you can add to the filter to make this so easy is chemistry style basic, because you can set your position to forward and chemistry style to basic. So you're getting attackers here, and all icons, everything comes out of a pack with a basic chem style on it. So you could basically just set your chem style to basic, pick your price range. It'll make it so much quicker. Like if I had my 1.4 mil I had earlier in this video, you can see there's just one basic card here. Now, is he fresh? I'd be interested. He is fresh, so I'd be interested to see what Butragano's price is on Footbin. So if we go take a look, he hasn't. It's not like he's a crazy deal because he hasn't sold in 3 minutes here, but Butragano goes basically about 1 mil here. If we take a look at his sales history, he's about 960, 970. So let's say this card is selling for like 950, 960. I'd say a fresh card could get a 1 million coin sell for sure. So if I saw a card sitting here for 925, I could pick up 940, list them for 1 mil, make 10K after tax. I would 100% do that because these fresh cards are always going to go for more. And again, on those Fridays, you're going to be able to get them even cheaper because icons typically drop in price. So a combination of you having a fresh card and the icons rebounding is going to make you quite a few coins with that method. Now, that's going to be it for this icon trading guide. If you guys have any questions, anything you want to see more of, please put it in the comments, message me on Discord, anything like that. I want to make sure you guys have the full overview of how to trade with icons. So if you have anything you need to hear more on or any questions, please let me know. The big things are take into account tax when you're picking up these cards, buying and selling to make sure you're making coins. 2, look at the market sales history to see what they typically sell for when you're finding the prices. And then 3 is these take time to sell. So don't panic if it doesn't sell on the first listing. Just give it time. List them up for long periods of time to make sure they're on the market and give it time. So this Blanc here, just to give you another idea, this Blanc right now is 630K. Typically sells 630, it looks like. So 630, you lose 31K on tax. So this person made 15K after tax just bidding on this Blanc. As simple as that, boys. As simple as that. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.